Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys another fun way to combine some traditional origami to make fun decorations for the holidays. And so many origami, of course, are all take pieces and starting points from traditional origami. That's just kind of the way the whole thing works out. And the thing I wanted to share with you guys today is just a sort of fun little star shape that actually has 8 points. And you use some of the pieces that you use for making a round table. Now this is one of the finished pieces here, and you can fold up the pieces in the center like I've done to make a kind of neat little starburst design. And this makes a really pretty fun kind of decoration for a Christmas tree. You can put a little candle in the middle here if you wanted to. Lots of different fun things you could do with this for sure. And it's not too difficult to fold. If you're practicing origami techniques, then doing this particular step is a great kind of way to get used to doing some origami. I use double-sided paper that's 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters for this particular version. But I'll show you guys, this is the point to which we fold. And there's a lot of origami that comes from this base too, so you might be familiar with it for other things. But the traditional origami it comes from is the round table. And rather than going all the way to the finish and making a table, we're going to stop right at this point and use it then to combine together to make the kind of like a star, I guess we could call it. So let me just remind you guys of how to get to this point, and then I'll show you guys how they fit together. I'm using for this to show you guys a 15 by 15 centimeter piece of paper. And what we want to do is starting with the color side facing down. I'm just going to go ahead and first mark where my centers are by folding my paper in half diagonally both ways here. So into a big triangle, and then into a big triangle again. Then I'm going to take each of these tips and fold it into the center. This is called a zabuton base, or a blintz base. So you get all 4 of those folded into the center, open it up, and then I'm going to take each of these sides and fold towards the center that's marked by where some of my creases are here. So you want to take some time, make sure you get those lined up good. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. This is a door base where you bring 2 sides to the middle like that. Open it up, twist it 90 degrees, and repeat this step one more time. It'll just make things a little easier to collapse down for the first stage here. Open it up. So with things kind of sitting here like a diamond, if I put a little pressure on both sides and bring them in, then you see this part that sticks up here. And if you just kind of get things settled down, you should be able to get stuff to open and smush down into a nice little square. And you want to just make sure everything gets nice and clean there. We'll turn it around and do that for all 4 sides. And as you do this, it gets a little hard sometimes once the other pieces are folded down. So you can open things up first. Just fold in each one of these so that you can give yourself some time to get each of these completed. And then we'll bring them all into the center at the end. But you want to get these guys folded down so that we can get these nice little squares. And actually, if you'd done the blintz base going the other way, it would have made these creases a little easier to do. But just kind of fold that in. So I've gotten all of these kind of pushed down now, and you can kind of test stuff out by just returning all of these to the center. You should get something that looks like this. Now I'm going to actually do a bird, one of the like bird folds here by folding in the 2 sides and then creating a crease at the top and opening everything up. And again, this is a time where having some of this folded up could be in the way, so I like to kind of open things up for a second and just focus on one of these areas. If you want, you can go ahead and make sure that the center crease in the middle is really clear by folding things in half. And then I'm just going to take the bottom edge here and roll it towards the center. Get a good crease started. Go ahead and do the other side too. And then if you want, you can go ahead and take this part and fold it down just to help make things a little easier. Open it up, open these flaps, take this first layer and push up to that crease I just made, and get this to pull all the way open and fold these parts towards the center and extend this out towards the top. You do need to reverse the creases there, so you might need to guide it along. But you really want to try to keep this as clean as you can with as much of a point as you can get up there at the top. And the better you folded everything, then the more exact that'll look, but it should get something like this. And I'm just going to repeat those steps for the remaining 3 sides here. So go ahead and do that for the rest of these really quick and show you guys how it looks. So when you're finished, you might have something that looks like this, and then you need to, of course, make 2 of them so that you have both parts. And you can choose if you think you're going to leave things the way they are, whichever one might happen to have a prettier center, if you want to just leave these the same. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on top and just line it up opposite of itself. And then we're just going to take these little corners that I've all folded back before, and I'm just going to fold them over the edge here. Now we're going to be reversing the crease because of the way things were before, but I'm just going to go ahead and fold this down. Get a good crease going. And if you make the crease on this strong enough, and if you don't intend to move things around much later, you can get away without using glue. If you're worried, you can use a bit of glue and make a really secured piece that you can then have hanging somewhere and not have to worry about strong breeze blowing it apart into pieces. But this does hold pretty good, a nice little latch system, and it gives you a nice little completed star. And like I said, you could choose to either pop open these areas here by just taking this corner and folding it however far up you want. You could fold it up a little, you could fold it up more, you could fold it all the way out to here. Lots of different places that you could fold it if you wanted to, or you can just leave it in the center too. Either way, looks really cool. And it's a fun way, like I said, it teaches you good origami techniques, and it's not too complicated. And by combining the 2 pieces, you get a really neat little effect, and it gives you a chance to have a more kind of, fancy looking origami too. So I'll have some more fun things to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!